I don't think you can separate the two of them. I think pitching is a skill. It's not who you are.
No, I agree.
I think that everyone should become a skilled and profitable, confident pitcher. So I think one of the things I'm excited about is to open up the notion of what pitching is.
Welcome to the Collective Mic, the podcast where women leaders get loud about what really matters. I'm your host, Joyce Toti, founder of Collective Women's Leadership. We are not here for fluff. We're here to lead, build, and rise together. Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, building your own brand, or redefining leadership on your terms, this mic is for you. So let's get into it. You guys, this is insane. I am so lucky to get this freaking call. Like I said, on social media, you never know who's watching, right? Ever. Yeah. And I got this cool, amazing call that I have the Forbes Riley here. Dr. Forbes Riley generated over $2.5 billion. Right. I said B, everybody, in sales through one core skill called communication. And when you sharpen your pitch, you sharpen your life. I love this. I just got to feel and touch your book for the first time. I'm so excited. You're the queen pitch.
I'm just the queen. I am just the queen.
I get it. You're the queen. But I'd love to challenge the word for a moment.
Go for it.
And I'm not sure if anyone's asked you this. Hopefully not, right? What is a pitch really beyond selling something?
Pitch has got nothing to do with selling anything. I pitched you. My team pitched you to be here. Did I pay you? No, you didn't pay me.
No,
so we didn't sell anything except an idea.
That's right.
If you want your kids to clean their room, and you have children?
Yes.
Okay, did you ever yell at them to clean their room?
Yes.
I don't do that. I pitch my kids. Pitching is getting a yes, and there's a really intentional, specific way to do that. Unless you can come into my world, you would never know. So, would you like to see something cool?
Yes.
I got an S. One more yes, I get a credit card. I just asked you a question that I know is going to get a yes. How did I do that?
Of course.
Most business people are like, hi, here's my product. Here's what it is. Here's what and let me tell you my life story about why I want to do it. And the truth is we don't care.
Yep.
Even though we ask that question, what do you do at a party? Nobody cares what you do. They care what you can do for them.
Always.
And it's not people, you can say that, but I don't think people, having now taught over 127,000 students. I go live every Sunday. I've been live for 6 years. That's 350 some odd webinars, master classes. Yeah. I've met a lot of people, and none of them have come into my class with things that are going to get them to the millionaire status. And I will tell you, without this ability to pitch, you just won't get there. Now, some people innately kind of get it, but I'll challenge anybody. I will outpitch them.
Well, yes, you would definitely outpitch.
Well, no, but it's a concept. It's not that I mean to go, I'm better than. It's that most people don't realize what I've uncovered are the basics. When I'm talking to you, if you have just had a great meal and you had a lot to drink and whatever, you don't need water, right? But I'm here to pitch you water. Can I pitch you, Forbes? Can I pitch you some water? I don't want water. No, but it's great water. It's hydrogenized water. It's got chemicals in it. It's got fluoride. Okay, that's nice. Back off. Yeah. And that's the energy that most people come to a pitch with. Instead of saying, hey, have you worked out lately? Yeah. Whenever you work out, do you get a little tired? I'll tell you what is really interesting. If you had a water that had electrolytes, little caffeine, no bud, no jitters, but it tasted delicious, would you be interested in that?
Of course. Really?
Well, I just happen to have one here. And then you'll say, well, then I would say to you, well, how much would you pay for that? Well, my water is $18. And you're going to go, $18, right?
Sure.
Well, so that's not a good idea to pitch it that way. But if I said to you, you've just landed at a hotel, it's 11:30 at night, you've been flying all day, your mouth feels like a cardboard container. Yeah. And this is sitting there and it's $18. It's all the water we've got. Are you buying it?
Of course.
So if we can understand how to set the game up right, people can win a whole lot more.
That is incredible. Specifically, my podcast is geared toward women, right?
Good.
So we're gonna
some of my favorite people
vein,
are women,
right? So we're gonna be in that vein. So where do you see high-performing women get it wrong when it comes to communicating their values specifically?
I don't think it has to be high-performing women. How about just women?
Women in general.
Well, let's start with that. Number one, we've been put down as a species. Yeah. Certainly, I have. I'm turning 66 next week.
Oh, happy birthday!
Thank you very much. I definitely came up through a male industry, and I'm not pushy. What am I? I am knowledgeable. I'm very smart at what I do, and I'm one of the best pitchers on the planet. So if I sit down to you at an infomercial meeting and I hear you talk about some crazy nonsense that I just know won't work, I'm liable to speak up. Well, I cannot tell you how many times I was told that I was bitchy, aggressive, I should mind my place. And you're like, what are we doing here? Why do we do this? Because the man sitting next to me has stupid ideas and you listen to all of his. So I don't harp on that. But I do go back to a lot of women we're raised however we're raised. And we all came from a little bit of a different generation. The 50s, we were supposed to stay home with an apron on. Yeah. We had to have something co-signed to own property. Right. I remember those days. And so now, who are we raising to the next generation? So whether you're high performing or not, there's all kind of reasons that you got there. But when you speak, are you being listened to? And the most important part is when you speak or you look in the, here's a question for you. When you look in the mirror, what's the first thing you look at?
My face.
Yeah. And what?
My eyes.
Yeah, and you look to see what? Is your mascara running? Is your, what is literally when you look at the mirror, think about it for a second.
Okay.
Because an interesting exercise for all of you guys at home, as a woman, when you look in the mirror, there's a difference obviously in the morning before makeup. Let's assume it's morning before makeup.
Okay.
You look in that mirror, what's the first thing you say to yourself when you're looking at your face?
I'm a total badass.
Congratulations. You're the only one in the room. Yeah. Yeah. Not me, but most people look at that and go, oh my God, was that wrinkle there yesterday? Where's that bag? Oh my God, I got some hairs here. Where's the tweezers? Oh my God. I know that because I've spent a lot of time with a lot of women.
Sure.
So if you really will look in the mirror and go, good morning, badass, you're amazing, that will separate you from a lot of people who are struggling. And I find a lot of my high performance women no one ever taught them or us male-female energies. And I learned this lesson not long ago. And this was a tough one to learn because I'm probably one of the badass women you've ever met. I've generated $2.5 billion. I've written my own rules. I've never worked for anyone else. But I've gone through some major tragedies, and at the heart of it, I'm still a little girl. I like being a little girl. So my ex-husband is a 6'6" Notre Dame football player. Massive, massive, big guy, father of my children, right? 6 months after I gave birth to the twins, we raised a little boy for 12 years. He was murdered. And Tom took that really hard. I kept working. I just focused on my work, and he stayed home with the two babies because somebody had to. We have no other family. And he is a chef, and he's a cook, and he's compassionate, and he's washing the babies and getting them, playing with them, and feeding them. And I'd come back from slaying the dragon, honey, I'm home. And he'd go, that's great. And we would talk about that. He'd make some food. He'd go, here's a baby to bathe. And then I would go, honey, come on, let's go in the bedroom. And he'd go, oh, I got laundry to do. And I think I lost a little, like, what? Or I would come home in my masculine, and he would be in his masculine. I don't know if did you hear about the earthquake in 1984? Yeah, that was me. And me and my husband. No, it's a joke.
Oh, shit.
She's gullible. I like her.
That was a joke. I was so into it.
That wasn't really a joke. We were so loud when we would have those kind of arguments. Here's what I never did, and no one ever taught me this. And all my strong ladies, this is my pitch to you. No one ever said, come home as the woman. Come home and say, hey, honey, what can I do for you? It didn't even dawn on me. Well, so I took a little bit of a training. I got my eyes opened, and then I met my current husband, right? He's also a bodybuilder. I like him strong because I'm strong. But so Forbes Riley is a name, my last name growing up and my married name. It's kind of a creation. I did it 35 years ago, and it was powerful. It's every day somebody asks me about my name, and I love it. But my current husband is really smart. He said to me, he said, could you leave Forbes Riley at the door when you come home? I said, really? Because Francine was my given name. He said, I want you to be my little Francine. And I said, you know, I really want that. I work so hard and fight so hard for things that I think are right. But at the end of the day, put your big arms around me and make me feel like a little loved princess. Right. And the world is better. And I meet a lot of successful women. I'm going to tell you, it's a nice thing to play both sides. Now, you may not have the little girl side. I do. I still remember what it's like to be daddy's little girl. When I was growing up, my only friends were my parents. I had braces for 8 years of my life. Did you have braces?
Yes.
You have beautiful teeth.
Thank you.
How long did you have them for?
2 years.
2 years. 8 years. I was 8, a little baby girl until the time I was 16 years old.
The headgear, you can't talk.
Had the headgear?
Yeah.
But then they put this thing in my mouth called a tongue twister. And so for 2 years, I can't talk at all. This was me. You want to be my friend because you can't understand me?
Oh, wow.
And from 8 to 10, I didn't communicate. I have pictures. I'm not smiling in any of them. And now, don't feel bad for me because I have this philosophy that life happens for you, not to you. Right. So I watched a lot of television. I am the best at 1960s and 70s TV trivia. Go F Troop, Munsters, Addams Family. I'm right there.
Happy Days.
Oh, yeah, all of them. Joni Meets Chachi, keep going. Yep. Robin Williams, I got it. And that's what I spent a lot of my time doing. But also, I was smart enough to skip year of high school. And I graduated college with 2 degrees in 3 years. 2 degrees. Most people do 1 in 4 years. I had no social life. You know, when you don't have friends and you don't spend a lot of your time with other people, you get a lot of work done. Yeah. again, I'm not recommending this for you. It was just an observation that I'm like, And so I spent a lot of time like this. That's how communication became so important to me. Because when you can't communicate and you cannot get what you want, and you watch everyone else using all these words and wasting time and gossiping and little chit chat, and I thought, I think I'm meant for more than this.
Yeah, absolutely. In today's world, the wild west of the internet and Instagram and the social media BS that I call it, there is so much thrown at us in terms of buy this product, do this, have this hack, do this hack. In your world, what's the difference between someone who is good at what they do and someone who gets paid for it at a higher level?
Oh, so that's an interesting observation. You have a different interpretation of it than I do.
Sure.
So I grew up so I helped create the world of infomercials.
Sure.
And that's what's so cool about that book, is that I chronicle it. I have pictures of all the people that I'd worked with, and 2.5 billion in sales is a long time. And so when I see people now having the ability to sell product, whether it's TikTok Live or Instagram Live, I get a kick out of it. I'm watching their technique. I'm watching so many. I don't feel like I'm being bombarded. I enjoy it to no end.
Yeah.
I think social media is what this little introvert was looking for her whole life.
Yeah.
Because I can go into LinkedIn, I can look you up, and if I'm clever enough and I pitch it right, I can get you to respond to me.
Yeah.
Because I get bombarded all the time. And I can't stand this. I don't want to hear a spam pitch.
No.
And it looks like a spam pitch. It's like, why would you bother sending that out to people? So I had a couple of rules growing up when it came to texting and emails. If it takes more than 2 sentences to write it, don't send it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not how people are. At least in my world. I'll get these paragraph-long things going, I have no patience for this. What do you want? Really quickly, let's get to the meat of it. And so it is an interesting time, though, about people who are taking on this challenge. I just went to an e-com event this weekend, and people are doing $1 million a month.
Yeah, they are.
People doing $100 million a year that you've never heard of. One guy selling screen doors and umbrellas, $100 million. That was my reaction. Another girl had 20 million selling jeans. So I don't really care if it's what they're doing. I'm more curious about how they're doing it.
Right.
I think this is the Wild West. And I missed a couple of Wild Wests. I missed the .com. I was here before internet. My friend bought business.com for $8.60 on GoDaddy, sold it for $52 million.
Oh my gosh.
Did you buy a .com?
No.
Like your name.com.
Yes.
Right. And how much is this worth? Not a lot more than I paid for. Same thing with my name.
$20. $80 a year.
Then there was the real estate bust. And did you scoop up property back then? Not really.
Not really.
Bitcoin was $100. At some point, it's $100,000.
Yeah.
So I do think if you're smart and you're listening to this as a woman, I think now is our time.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's very, very important to a couple of things. Figure out who you are. Best thing I ever did for me as a woman, I was 31 years old, and I went to my very first personal development training. Where you sit in a room and you hit pillows and you yell and scream and cry and whatever you do and figure out why you're attached to your parents. And that set me on a journey to go, wow, the human brain is kind of a funny thing. That's why N in that book is called NLP. Stands for how your brain talks to your mouth and you talk to the world. It's been something I've been passionate about for decades. And get your shit together.
Yeah, get your shit. Stop being. I have a big thing with living in victimhood well into your 30s and 40s. We meet women all the time who can't get out of their own way.
And so what do you offer them?
They've not done the self-development.
Yep.
They've not figured out why they have these issues, close the chapter and move on.
Yes. Now be careful about that. Because because I have a philosophy too about stop telling people what they need, get them to want what you have. So just to tell them to stop it and move on.
Well, sure, right.
Is easier said than done.
Right.
And I've discovered that with a lot of my trauma. I have a whole section in my company where we deal with traumahood because I've been through a fair amount. And almost everyone I've ever talked to, in fact, I just make it easy. You know how you need something and not therapy, not time therapy at all.
Right.
Because these kind of techniques can get you in and out very quickly. But it's right for anybody who had a mother or father or wishes they did.
Sure.
So if that's you, think about it for a second. You're like, oh, yeah. Because I don't care if you had a parent who loved you, then, you don't feel I'm worthy of all that love. Had so much money. Oh, my God, what am I supposed to do for work? I have so much money. Or you're broke or you've been molested or it doesn't much matter.
Right.
So I just think we all, and I'm sad that it's not offered in high school. I'm sad that we don't go through this. We know that you've had a childhood. We know that odds are you've been bullied or you've been touched or you've been cured, whatever it is. Let's heal while we're in school.
Yeah.
But it doesn't exist. So my advice to you, no matter what age you are right now, and I recommend a lot of different places, nothing in particular, find a place, and it may take more than one, but go get some healing.
Yes. Yes.
It's worth it. It's a great journey. Yeah.
It's a hard journey.
No, careful. I don't think it's hard.
Hard.
Hard is digging a ditch.
That's true.
It's just a journey.
You're right. It's a journey.
Yeah. And I wouldn't put any qualifications on it.
Sure.
You know, it was fun to yell and scream. In fact, my parents were alive when I went through my first one. And at some point, I concluded that everything I did up to that point, I did to get my father's approval. I'd call him. It was a payphone. That's how long ago this was. Like, Daddy, I figured it out. I'm focused on getting your approval. He's like, you've always had it. Now hang up and go back to what you're doing. And I'm like, whoa, wait a second. Like, my entire life just got, really? I can move on now? Thank you, Dad. I appreciate that so much.
Thanks.
Well, because he never thought about it. And it's so funny how you internalize, but let whatever's going on in you serve to move your needle forward. If you've been molested, you can understand other people who have.
Right.
If you've never been, like my family didn't drink at all. My father would have a sip of creme de menthe on New Year's and think that was alcohol. Whew. No beer, no nothing. He had a very strange philosophy. He was a second-generation immigrant and a very introverted man who I loved, learned a lot of lessons from, but no one in my house drank. Yeah. And so when I started to uncover that fathers could be drunk and they could hurt I was mortified. I'm like, I had no reality sense of that. There'd not been a movie that really focused on that.
Wow.
And so if you don't know something, you just don't know it.
Yeah.
And that was a huge one for me about alcohol and family members hurting each other to that level. Yeah. And I've been helpful. I managed to help a lot of people because I'm like, no, that's not how everybody's life is.
Right. Yeah. You talk about in your book, which we have here, Pitch Secrets A to Z. You talk about pitch secrets in your book, right? So what is one A-level foundational principle that everything else is built on?
Well, ironically, you would say A, and A happens to be attitude. So if you're going to go...
That's the biggest piece.
Well, it just happens to be the first letter, which is kind of ironic, as I was putting together what can I teach. And that book weaves in to be who I am has taken a lot of secrets. It's kind of ironic that I'm now living in a time where biohacking is a thing. I've been biohacking since I was 20. I've been doing saunas. I've been doing infrared. I've been doing red light therapy. I've been doing peptides. I've been doing... All of those things are like, you guys are just discovering this? It's so odd to me. And so when I went to put this together, it was really important to me that nobody knows what the word pitch means. They really don't. They think it has to do with selling. And in my training, and I do this live every Sunday, and it's free for your listeners. They can welcome to come at 5 o'clock Eastern. I've been doing this since COVID, over 300 times. I love teaching live. I have 1,000 to 3,000 people, men and women, in a Zoom room for 2.5 to 3 hours, just unpacking what I mean by this. So selling is quotas. Selling is, I need to make a deal. I need to make this happen. And there's a male energy about it. Like, okay, we got to, what kind of car do you want? Or handling objections. When you pitch, you just want a yes. You want somebody to go, oh, that's so cool. Tell me more. Mm-hmm. And the tell me more allows you to tell them more. And when they're available to listen, that's when you have the right to close, to offer them. I call them the 3 E's, to excite, engage, and enroll people. And I love nothing more, especially let's just talk women for a second, because I love you girls. Yes. That women seem to have hang-ups about men, about money, about men. That was a little Freudian, huh? Oh my God.
Men too.
Certainly, yes. But hang-ups about money more than men do, being afraid of being aggressive more than men do, afraid of standing in their own power. Because odds are, somewhere along the line, as I got molested when I was 15, somebody did something to you. Somebody put you down. Somebody said something. And it's really your responsibility, I think, as a grown woman, to figure that out and let's move on. And so pitching is... Do you have children?
I do.
How old are they?
21.
Okay. One? Boy, girl?
Boy.
And if you wanted him to clean his room, what did you say to him?
Clean your room. You got to clean this room. You have 10 minutes. We have to go.
Okay, so he's feeling like, okay, fine, Mom, I'll clean my room, that attitude. Yeah. That didn't work for me. I had my kids when I was 42 years old. By that point, I'd already figured out what pitching was. I'm also the daughter of a magician. A lot of what I do is based on magic principles. A magician begins with the end in mind. I know what the end of this trick is. You don't.
Right.
And I also know you're going to say this is amazing in about 5 minutes. How do I know that? Because that's kind of how it works. Yeah. So what if you looked at your kids? In this case, I had 2 little twins. And I know that I want the room cleaned. I know I don't want to yell. So my job now is to stop telling them what they need to do. You need to clean your room. That's what my mother would do. And if she didn't, she'd threaten me. Okay, that makes for a good relationship. So I would say, what do they want? My kids want a warm chocolate chip cookie. I know that. In the oven. So that I would say to them, hey guys, can you smell that? What is that, Mommy? Oh my God. There's a cookie in the oven waiting for both of you. Oh my God, we want it. You want it? Yes? And you get this yes feeling, okay? The second thing I know they wanted was playtime with me without a cell phone. So I would layer that in, going, hey guys, after dinner, after you finish your cookie, I know it's coming. And they would just go, yes. They would get so positively excited about it. I would say, I'm going to play cards with you guys, no cell phone, put it in the other room, okay? And they go, yes, we're in. I said, great. You know what I want now? I want to see your floor completely spotless, and then let's go. Right. They couldn't wait to run upstairs and do that. Yeah. Is that manipulative?
No.
Hell yes.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
No, why? They're getting a cookie.
Well,
they're still getting a reward.
Well, but here's the funny thing. Is it okay to manipulate people to get what you want, to get them to get what they want? Come on, it is.
Of course.
Well, that's the funny thing. And by the way, there's some skills in there to get you to manipulate, to have influence over people. And I just ask that you don't ever use it for evil.
Sure, of course, right. A chocolate chip cookie's not evil.
No, but if you get good at manipulating the situation to get what you want, that's kind of what pitching is. Right. But I always do it from a place of love. I've got a product or a thing that I do that I would love you, and I think you would benefit from. I'm going to lay it out in such a way that you're going to go yes or no. Yeah. You're not going to go, oh my God, it's too expensive. You're not going to come up with objections. Nope. Because as a pitcher, you start to know a lot about somebody you're talking to. It does make you the most wonderful person in the room.
I love it. I'm just so excited. So in my world, Collective Women's Leadership, this is a podcast through that. I mentor women on executive presence and personal brand. It's something that I love. And how much of a powerful pitch is strategy and how much is identity?
Oh, I don't think you can separate the two of them. I think pitching is a skill. It's not who you are.
No, I agree.
I think that everyone should become a skilled and profitable, confident pitcher. Why? Because let's say you're in a job, and by the way, J stands for job. This is not just for entrepreneurs. If you're in a job, you want to pitch for a raise, you want to pitch your team to take action on something, you want to pitch a new idea. I just did a TV show today. I got pitched to them. They pitch stories all the time. Think about this. Movies are pitched.
Right.
Somebody comes up with an idea, writes it down, and now I want you to invest in it. I must pitch you. Sure. So I think one of the things I'm excited about is to open up the notion of what pitching is. And so everyone has to do it. And I came up with this, it's funny. I redefined the word no for myself because your kids pitch you all the time. They're very good at it.
They're so good. They wear you down.
Yes, they do.
They grind us.
Well, but you know why? Because so my son's name is Riker. Riker's 5 years old. He comes to me, and this is in the book, and he says, Mommy, can I have a piece of candy? I said, no, it's dinner time. Go clean up your Legos. Let's get ready for dinner. A couple minutes later, he comes back. He's got big blue eyes and sandy brown hair, and he's like, Mommy, if I eat my vegetables tonight, can I just have a chocolate now? And I'm like, no. Go clean your room. Go figure what, get ready for dinner. A couple minutes later, he comes back. He walks in with little hands on his hips. He's like, Mommy, I am a 5-year-old little boy and I just want a piece of candy. And I'm like, okay, yes. Right, yeah. He didn't come back. It was at that moment that I realized that yes means stop and no means go. Yes, he got what he wanted. You ask someone to marry you, they say yes. You don't ask anyone else. Right. Yes was the final answer. Right. But if you get a no, you're going to find someone else. Yeah. And so why is it that we have heard no means stop? No is bad. No, you know what no means? N-O, it means never-ending opportunity. Right. As my son would proudly tell you. Yeah. He was not, by the way, good. He was not giving up.
No, they don't.
Best salesman in the world.
You can probably feel you're the best pitcher to ever live, right?
Oh, I don't know about that, but I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, it's you are. So let's just say you are.
I'm the best pitcher once because sadly Billy Mays is not here.
Okay.
Billy could outpitch me.
There you go. You can feel when someone doesn't believe in what they're saying, right?
Oh my God.
So this is what I want to get into. And how does it show up in their results? So I do understand that you said, selling is a quota, and I understand all of that. But you, I'm sure, have been in rooms where people are full of shit.
Yes. Yeah. And
but maybe do they have a good? Can you be full of shit and still a great pitcher?
No, right. And in fact, it's a question about what they're full of shit about. As a person, are they lying about a lot of things that they're doing? Or is their idea bad? Here's what I see. I do a lot of pitch competitions. I have 2 on television right now. And I see really lovely people with really nice products and really sucky pitches. If you can't get me to believe in what you've got and why I want it, we all stop listening.
Yeah.
If you use words, and that's also in the book too, that don't mean anything, like actually. Well, actually, Forbes, this is a word. And basically, or like,
Filler words.
These filler words drive, they drive me nuts, but they drive the listener to a point of, I don't think you know what you're really talking about. And so becoming a better communicator on every level just gets you what you want.
If you had one piece of advice for the listeners today, if they wanted to become more authoritative and more confident, what's one shift they can make today to immediately sound more clear?
Join me Sunday for Pitch Secrets Masterclass. Let me share something with you guys.
Yes.
If it was that easy, everybody would have access to it.
Right.
And so that's a very interesting question that you ask. What's one shift? Learn. Just because you can speak does not mean you can pitch. Does not mean, and I have a formula. Now, the formula is not in that book, which is really interesting. What's in there is a lot of secrets about how to be an amazing person, to pitch, to get what you want, a lot of business aspects. The book is really fun. My formula that I teach in a training I do has a couple of techniques that I didn't want to put in a book because it's very interactive. So one of the techniques that everyone is told not to do anymore is to make assumptions. You know what that means? So when you make an assumption about somebody, I'm not judging you at all, but I can make an assumption about your age, the way you're dressed, and the way I might want to communicate with you.
Sure.
If you were, from the South and you were so different, and we'd have a whole different conversation, my girl. Right. If you're from New York, we're having a different conversation there. Yeah. You can tell so much about a person, what a gem it is to meet them where they are. And so often when people pitch me, they pitch me like I'm a blank billboard. So Forbes, you know about the industry, the fitness industry is a $4.2 billion industry. And I'm like, I'm in the National Fitness Hall of Fame. Why are you telling me that? Right. And people don't, because that's their pitch. Newsflash, there's no such thing as a perfect pitch.
Right.
There is a perfect pitcher. A perfect pitcher is malleable, listens, has a great something that they're offering, waits for the right moment. That's called O for open door. And if the door never opens, you don't get to pitch. You really don't get to go, well, I just want to pitch you. Well, I get this every day, all day. Oh, it's kind of like I'm a doctor and people are like, I got a broken arm. Can you fix it? Like, come to my office. Whoa. Well, I get it because we've all been lied to. Here's another thing we've been lied to. If you were told that you need your ideal customer, you need an avatar.
I hate that. I don't do it. I fire people who tell me that.
Oh, give me five, sister.
They're out.
Why?
They're out. Because an avatar is not a real customer. And I find people in the wild west of the internet who, if I'm scaling my company and they say, Joyce, we have to build your avatar. I said, I'm not talking about an avatar. I'm talking about a real person, and we're done doing business now. Yeah.
Well, it's even more interesting than that. How about you turn everybody in front of you into your ideal customer?
Of course.
Okay. Well, you know that. No, most people don't.
Oh.
And most MBAs that have come to me, that's how this whole thing came about. They came back. I have a handheld fitness product called a Spin Gym. You have one with me?
Spin Gym. Cool.
Oh, you don't know what that is?
I don't.
Spin Gym. She doesn't know what this is. Well, I happen to have created the world's greatest fitness product.
Okay.
Want to see it?
Yes.
I got a yes, by the way. Do you notice how I set her up? So this is a really funny thing. I think you met my 23-year-old daughter.
Yes.
This is her very first photo. And her brother.
Oh,
they're
adorable.
7-pound twins, and I had a 65-inch waist. So that's me being really, really large.
Adorable.
And I can send you that picture so you can say it and do it justice. But
there
that big white thing in the front of me is my stomach. So I created a handheld fitness product to fill a need. That's kind of a smart thing to do. And she'd never experienced this before. Should we make her do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So check this out, because then I'll show you the avatar story. Okay. I don't know if we can stand up, but I can scoot to you. Come here. I'm scooting to you. I'm scooting. I'm gonna make your cameraman nuts. Here we go. Give me your thumbs. Now here's a funny thing. You just gave me your thumbs. Why did you do that?
You asked.
Right. That's called an embedded command. You can tell people what to do, and they will do it.
Okay.
Chapter N. Let me tell you. All right. So.
Well, when I used to sell high-end jewelry, I'd say, "Give me your wrist. I need to put the watch on you."
Yes. That's an embedded command.
Right.
But see, these are things that you innately know, and I do think that a little bit of being a salesperson, wanting to do that, is innate.
Sure.
But there's skills you can learn. So there's your thumbs.
Okay.
Make a fist. Notice how nice and pink it is. Make a fist so it doesn't fly off. And I want you to go 10, 9, 8. Go 7, 6. Can you say that to the camera?
Ah,
what are you feeling? Oh.
when I work out. It's
Oh, yeah?
crazy.
Oh, I'll make you sweat.
Oh, shit.
Straighten your arms to me. Straighten your arms. Go 10, 9, 8. Now do one arm. So maybe somebody in your family had a stroke and they just want to, everything over here is popping even though that's the arm you're using.
This is wild.
Oh, I know. Thank you very much. So I created this.
Okay.
And I've sold $1 million a day of this product. By the way, as a jewelry seller, it makes a really cool piece of jewelry. You put it right around your neck and you wear it as a necklace right there. You can't do that with a dumbbell.
You cannot.
So,
wow.
Thank you. Well, I created this, and if you're very nice to me, I'll leave this one with you.
Well, that is very
Well, it's
sweet.
the best exercise to do. You're sitting in your office all day long.
Yeah.
You're sitting on a Zoom call. But
All
here's
day.
how I sell this. I don't tell you what it is. I simply say to
Put it
you,
on you.
no, I don't. I simply say, pick your arm up and feel this.
Oh, yeah.
Is it a little wiggly jiggly?
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you what, summer's coming. You're going to take that jacket off. You're going to be embarrassed. What if I told you a few minutes a day, you give me 3 weeks, I'll give you arms like a rock star.
See this? Wild.
It is kind of wild. So, all right, let me just tell you one more point.
Yes.
So an MBA comes to do an assessment of my company for a school project. He's like, well, you need an avatar. Your avatar's name is Sheila. She's 45 years old. She's got 2 grown kids. She drives a Lexus, not a Tesla, walks a Labradoodle. And I'm like, okay, great for Sheila. I'm supposed to be looking, and but this is a lot of what entrepreneurs are dealing with. So I said, you know what? I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to outsell you. I'm going to take a 7-year-old girl, not my avatar, take 2 TikTok teenagers, not my avatar, and a 7-year-old guy. Watch what I do. So I've got this product. I'm going to say to my little 7-year-old girl, you're in gymnastics. I watched you. You need really strong arms, but you're too little to go to the gym, right? This comes in bright pink. Oh, you don't have a credit card? Your mommy does. Bingo. Next one. Turn everyone in front of you because I know what this is going to do. My TikTokers, I'm like, guys, look, you're hunched over your phone like this. I watched your dance. You want to open up your chest. You get a lot more followers. Give them what they want. He bought one in silver. She bought one in pink. My 7-year-old guy, you say to him, you know, you really want the rest of your life to be the best of your life, right? Your wife's in the kitchen there. You want to look hot for her. That belly sitting there, I don't know about that. And your grandkids, you want to be around to see them? He ends up buying 2. I made 5 sales, and none of them were named Sheila.
Right.
So it's a different way of enrolling people to give them what they want, and that's how I do business.
You have obviously been on live television for decades. As we know, no scripts, no second takes. What has that taught you about confidence under pressure?
Fake it till you make it. You guys, people are not born with confidence. That's
No,
nice
they're
and
not.
all. But you know
They're
where you
not.
get confidence from? Little
Practice.
wins. Well, practice, but every time you win something, it starts to build a level of confidence.
You're right.
Every time you fail and you continue on, it's a level of confidence. And to be really clear, the reason I developed my system and why that book is so valuable to entrepreneurs is that I was on Home Shopping QVC HSN in 5 different countries, in Canada, in UK, in Germany, in Italy, and in Spain. You have to sell between $2,000 and $5,000 a minute every minute you're on air. Oh, right.
As one of those ladies on the infomercial on the
on live home
QVC?
shopping. Oh, yes.
On
If you're not making your quotas, you will not see them back.
I did not know that.
Oh, it's a sales channel, and airtime is expensive.
Shit.
Oh my God, the
I don't
behind
think
the
most
scenes.
people know that.
Yeah, I tell you, want to learn how to pitch better? Watch. And you'll see how good home shopping hosts are. They are masters at this. I loved working there. It was phenomenal. But I will tell you, the pressure is on. And the crazy thing is, if you're the host of the show, you can sell. If you're the guest, your job is to have a conversation. How do you make a conversation that enrolls people? Well, D is for demonstrate. And I would literally, one of my secrets for selling Spin Gym, I get a half-naked man out there. What woman doesn't want a half-naked, gorgeous man spin gymming and watching all the muscles in his back fire?
Sure.
So now I'm using it as a real demo. It's not just fluff, but I got to tell you, women were tuning in, and they were seeing how it worked, and we had unbelievable numbers. But they did that with everything, whether it was skin cream. I mean, I sold a variety of products, and I have to tell you.
A variety? No, you guys, look at, there's 2 full pages. The font is 10. I have to put my glasses on. Everything from, I don't know, ab and thigh rocker, ab solo, abtronics, age fit skin cream. We'll go in, I mean, buns of steel, everything, government grants, Nutri-Grill, everything from A to Z, everything from ab and thigh roller to zoo books.
Isn't that
and
funny?
literally everything in between.
It's crazy.
This is wild.
Thank you. Yeah, that's why I wrote the book. I was sitting around going, how come I'm the only one who knows I did all of these things? Because also we were in a time before social media.
Of course.
And so
that's right.
I can only imagine, I just did a video that got 20 million views on TikTok.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty outstanding.
Yeah.
And if I was in my 20s and that hungry, I would probably build that. I don't know if I want to build that. It takes a lot of work to do that, a lot of time to do. It's content. But I'm loving the platform. And what I love about it right now is it's an equal playing field. It is the Wild West.
Yep.
If you have a great idea, a great product, access to them, understanding creators and understanding AI, it's a full-time job. But I got to tell you, there's a lot of money to be made.
There's a lot of money to be made. And we'll talk about money right now if you're okay with that.
I love money.
Perfect. So we're going to talk about money. How directly is someone's income tied to their ability to communicate?
Oh my gosh. You know, I say this, I got in trouble the other day. When someone asks you, what do you do? What do you say?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I help women. I shouldn't say that.
See, that's...
Damn. I knew it. I knew you were going to ask me that. I actually knew you were going to ask me that, and I knew I should have had something better.
No, do me a favor. Don't beat yourself up. But no one... It's a funny thing about this phrase. I don't know where we all got this. I help people. I didn't ask who you help. I asked what you do.
Yeah.
And more importantly, I don't really care what you do.
Right.
I care what you can do for me.
Right.
That's what people mean by that question.
Sure.
So do I care who you help if it's over there?
No, I connect women with other powerful women.
Okay. How about just saying I connect women, powerful women like you,
Right.
to other. I know that sounds weird, but if you put in the like you, now I'm in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I do this over here and I help that, we don't care.
Right.
But if you look at the person, now here's something I don't know about you though. If you say that, I don't know anything about you.
Right.
So congratulations that you help women.
Okay.
Why?
Why?
Let me ask you 3 questions. Let's see if we can just change this. What did you do before that?
I was in corporate America for 25 years.
And what did you love about it?
Selling.
What did you hate about it?
The male-dominated industry bullshit of them telling me no.
I love that. And what is the joy of helping women that you do now?
Because I see so many struggle without having confidence, without even knowing who they are,
Okay.
and not asking for what they deserve.
Give me one case study, really quick in 2 sentences.
A woman came to me for a 6-week program. We went through how she offers, needed to go ask for a promotion. She got it.
Okay. So, hey, everybody, what do? As someone who survived corporate America, mostly male-dominated, I realize that women are the backbone of life. And I've taken it on as my mission to help them. I've had a woman, we just worked the other day talking about a promotion she would have never gotten if she hadn't gone through my program. I would love to see if I can help you as a woman take your life to the next level. Yeah. Wow.
That's different.
It is. It's like, oh, I like you. Yeah. I'm like, because if you said that to me, I'm like, I want to go to the next level. She's talking to me. That's part of what pitching is all about.
Yeah.
Is being able to enroll somebody. And I know it's a little bit of a trick question, but you said, can words tell me how much you make? Yeah.
Sure.
Very rarely do I meet somebody who stammers and stutters over their words or that question and is really successful. Yeah. In fact, really successful people talk completely different than we do. I've hung out with some billionaires. Yeah. They don't only talk different, they think different. Mm-hmm. You talk about an hourly worker who makes $50,000 for a year, they talk in how much they make per hour. Mm-hmm. Then you talk about certain people about how much they make per month. Mm-hmm. Somebody make about how much they earn per year, and somebody don't talk about it at all because it's irrelevant. It's not, they don't judge life by money.
Right.
But it's funny how we fall into those categories. What I do say though is if you clean your own bathroom, you're not a millionaire.
That's right. That's for sure.
Well, but I've had people get really pissed off at me by saying that. I'm like, here's the deal. If you're that busy, unless you inherited the money, unless you love cleaning your bathroom, which by the way, not that it's a bad job, but it's a repetitive task that never gets any different.
Right.
It's not like redecorating your bathroom. But find someone, and I got this lesson when I was a teenager. I was 19 years old, right getting out of college, and I realized that I was so busy all the time that I was neglecting things in the house. And I have a little bit of ADHD. I'd go to clean the bathroom, I'd hear there's something, and I'd go over there, and the next thing it was never cleaned. I said, why don't I let's assume back then it was $10 an hour. Why don't I make the $10 an hour doing whatever service I can do and pay someone whose family needs that, so I'm paying her and I'm creating something else. Most people look at me like I have 2 heads. I'm like, no,
it makes sense to me.
When did we learn this?
That's right.
Who taught that to you?
Wow, I was just too busy. I was in a similar situation as you. I was just too busy. And I like to provide for others.
Most people don't think that.
Oh, yeah.
The one that really got me was don't go shopping for food. And I know nowadays it's very easy to have, because and then somebody says, but I like to shop for food. Yeah, but it never changes. Let's get that task out of the way and start realizing that if you want to move your needle forward, have impact on other people, and grow your income, there's certain things that you shouldn't be doing anymore.
No, you're exactly right.
But who's teaching this to young women?
No one.
No, certainly not in schools. And it's still, do you find even out of the corporate that there's a fair amount of male-dominated stuff going on?
Always. A lot. Yes. Most 90% of the world. Corporate America was built by men. The game, which I loved the game. I was really good at the game. And women choose not to want to play the game. But corporate America is built by men for men. I don't think in my lifetime it's going to change, so you better learn how to play the game. If you don't want to play the game, you're going to be constantly struggling.
Or you find women-owned corporations, which is a new thing.
Of course.
There's certainly a different energy about that.
Absolutely.
Or start your own. I mean, I'm in business with my daughter.
Yeah.
My daughter this is a beautiful story that I can't wait to watch the movie about, how she came downstairs as COVID was happening. My beautiful man, who's a bodybuilder, was hit on his motorcycle and spent 6 months in a wheelchair, as 2020 just happened January 2nd. So our lives had already shattered before. I didn't even know COVID was happening. I literally woke up one day and they're like, "You're not allowed to leave your house." I'm like, "Why? What happened? Did I miss?" I took care of him. And then as that was unfolding and my work was stopping, my daughter came downstairs. She was doing high school with her brother upstairs. And she came downstairs and she said, "Mom, what are you working on?" And I said, "Nothing." And she literally said, because I'm a workaholic, she's like, "My mother's doing nothing." And then she said to me, I remember she was raised by me. And it's been so much fun to get to know her as a young adult because I apparently don't think the way other moms do. She's very different. And she said, "How about we start a company?" And I'm like, "What would you know about starting a company? Can't you just get a B in English?" And she said, "Mom, I don't think you realize I've been traveling with you since I was a little girl. I go to a lot of these meetings. I code, and I've taken on your friends like Les Brown and Joe Theismann. I built them YouTube channels. I built them websites." Mm-hmm. I'm like, "When did you do that?" She's like, "You're the only one who doesn't believe in me." And I said, No, that's not true. I believe in you, except I'm the one who cares that you get a B in English. So I'm not focused on," and she showed me her bank account. And it had 6 figures in it. She was 17.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I said. I'm like, "Where did you get this money?" She said, "That's what I do." I'm like, "Really?" She said, "Here's what I think you should do, Mom. I think you should decide, focus is one. You're going to do spin gym or you're going to do pitching?" I said, "Can't I do both?" She said, "That's why you're not where you want to be. Focus." This is me teaching me.
To yourself. That's right.
And my head is going, "Oh my God, no one's ever dared say that to me." But my kid is like, "I got nothing to lose.
Right.
Let's do pitching." The course that I love teaching live, and I was to teach this training. It's $1,000 for 4 weeks. She said, "The whole webinar thing, let's do a Zoom." I think I remember saying, "What Zoom?" It was 2020, right?
No one knew.
Well, but you know what Zoom is? Zoom is a way to talk to people all at the same time. They all have a front row seat. I had 25 people in the room. Now, I'd also been building funnels, really pretty picture funnels, for 2 years. I never hooked up any of them. I paid every month for a subscription. I never made any of my money back.
Right.
So it was always zero in the account. We have 25 people, $1,000 product. The next morning, I open up the account, and I'm like, I called my daughter and I said, "What does the K stand for?" She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "It says 25K. She's like, "You sold everybody in the room."
Had 100% close rate.
I had 100% close rate in my first room ever. And I'm like,
insane.
"Oh, you've got to be kidding me." I said, "Let's do this again."
No shit.
And so we put 25 people in a room each week. You know what that is? A 6-figure business.
Of course.
In 1 month.
Yeah.
In 9 months, we're walking across. This funnel system we have gives a prize if you make $1 million through a funnel. It's called a 2-comma club.
Okay.
9 months later, we had one.
Oh my gosh.
We're now going to get our 10 million one.
Yeah, you are.
Well, no, seriously,
Yeah,
like
you
we're
are.
at,
Yeah,
and it's like,
there.
and I run this company with the most wonderful woman. It's hard to look at her like that. She's 23, who now runs 2 companies. She runs her brother's company, which is an online software company, and mine. We service lots and lots and lots of women, men and women, and she's just committed to making her mom's dreams come true.
Beautiful.
I am so in awe of her and her mission right now.
Congratulations.
Thank you. But now I want it to matter for other moms. I don't want someone going, "Oh, you're just lucky," or "You got..." No. It was not always so easy.
No.
But I was very intentional. And then the universe stepped in and filled in the blanks.
Right. That's right. Well, I am honored you're here today.
Thank you.
I cannot thank you enough. You guys, this book, I am going to read it. I just literally got my copy now.
Yep.
When does it come out?
It's out now. You guys go to
good.
bitchsecretsbook.com.
Go grab it.
And when you get it, just to be clear, if this comes out before May 16th, there's a huge virtual party happening with a lot of the people who are in that book talking about the joys of infomercials, what it means to sell, the new age of how things. I mean, if you want to have a side hustle, which I think every one of us should, this is the thing you want to hop on right now. And then when you get to here, in all of the chapters, most of the chapters, there's little Easter eggs little teeny Easter eggs with QR codes that will unlock, and some of them are really funny. Again, I just made what I wanted to make. I'm sorry. It's not only is it in color, but the book is fun to hold. It feels different. It's very, very actionable.
Very nice.
Those Easter eggs, by the way, those are thousands of dollars of free content that my team and I have put together. There's books on, little booklets on closing, my closing secrets, lead generation, NLP techniques, open door policies. This unlocks a world.
Wow.
And that's my hope, my legacy. And I'm excited. It was great to meet you.
It was great to meet you.
Great
Thank
energy.
You so
just,
much.
A woman after my own heart. And for you guys out there, do me a favor. Level up. Look in the mirror. Say, you're wonderful. Say, I love you. Say, you're enough. Say your name. And wish you the best. Because if you don't, somebody's very happy to tear you down. We don't need you to tear yourself down.
No, don't.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. I hope you loved this episode as much as I did. For more tips on elevating your leadership, please follow us on Instagram, Collective Women's Leadership, or visit our website, collectivewomensleadership.com. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.